Buenos dias from Miami. Joe, I'm ready.
Yeah.
We've got a great start to the day. I just realized my mic's on the wrong side, so I'll have
I
to
had
fix
to
that
move
after
mine
this.
too.
Yep. I don't know who was here before us, but I will fix that later. But no,
Ben and Chance, the amateurs.
we just got done with the LG units match. That was a delightful one, but now we're going to kick things off with UYU versus Envy. And I don't know how to feel about this. Like, I feel like this is way more 50-50 than probably a lot of fans feel.
I think a lot of people, I mean, even myself was like, yeah, Envy, they should be able to beat UYU. I mean, listen, the reason is because we saw UYU at cross-divisional play. Sorry about the sounds if you're hearing that. That's just Clint.
Oh, that was me fixing it. Did that come through?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my bad.
No, it didn't. It didn't come through. Okay. But, I mean, I think a lot of people would expect Envy to win this because I'm going to be honest with you. UYU, their cross-divisional week was one of the worst weeks of Call of Duty we've ever seen. They went 0-4. They didn't win a single respawn. Not one respawn. They only won a search and destroy. They went 0-4. For Envy, it was a 1-3 week, but they at least had a W. They beat Optic, right? Of course, Ace beats Optic. But yeah, I just think based off those, like we were like, we know we think Envy should be able to beat this. But when we talk to people now, we've talked to pros. Supposedly Envy hasn't improved, and the SOG buff has really helped UYU get better.
I think it was Zuma on Hot Mic that said we scrimmed UYU, they've improved. And yeah, everything I've heard is just Envy is just the same. It's just same old Envy.
Yeah, that's a little bit scary.
Yeah, it certainly is. So I don't know my expectations of this. I mean, before I heard that stuff, I guess I'd probably 3-1 Envy.
Yeah,
shoe in,
right? Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, when you look at this UYU team, there's a lot of talent. Like, we saw Phantoms on the last EG roster. He's been solid. Blastful and Saints, we know how good of players there can be. Individually, there's a ton of talent on UYU.
Let's see what they can do off the opening break. Salt's still trying to stand tall with the KN. The hipfire is going to connect for him, but his method slides out. He will clean it up. The last man standing is Decimate, though, and his teammates will get in off respawn, so Envy will enjoy the early time at Elevator. And we'll see if they can do this and fight for a flip on the spawn. Nice shots there from Decimate. The trade-in almost instantly classic. Trades back and forth, 3 down for Envy. UYU at least in for now. You can see how far out Envy are spawning.
Yeah, I mean, Decimate was really the one bright spot for Envy during their cross-divisional week. I think he had like a 1.1 around that. I mean, even Gunless didn't have a Gunless type week that we would expect. And when you look at this Envy team, Gunless has to be an absolute madman, right?
You would think, yeah.
He has to play the level that we saw when he was on Luminosity when they won the title. But we haven't seen that yet from him. Silly, though, on the rotation, able to find a couple of kills. That's going to be big for Envy. Now their assault towards the backside. See if they can win this rotation, get those spawns. Just one player towards the back left. That's classic. He gets cut down, but it's Saints on a big flank.
And I think for LG, like, it worked nicely for Gunless because he had unselfish players in front of him, whether intentional or unintentional. Like Slacked, obviously, we know how he likes to play. Yeah. John's been struggling, so he almost, even if he wasn't trying, he was bait in front of Gunless. This, for Envy, is a selfish team in a way. Like, you don't have a lot of baiters sliding in first.
Well, it's a slower team.
Yes, well, it's harder for Gunless maybe to just dominate and pick up the pieces.
Yeah, because
it's got to be.
We saw we thought Decimate Nuke was going to be incredible. That wasn't the case, and a lot of people think that's because Decimate's not really a guy who goes in first, which is absolutely okay, but Hook is that other SOG. Typically, you want to bait for Hook. And then, I mean, now you have Silly in a SOG role, and I mean, it's just the SOG duo. It's a bit different than what we've seen on the top teams. So
it's tough for Silly since he was one of the better Maddoxes
he was
early
great
in the title. Yeah. Envy holding on to this narrow lead, but it's blue side control for UYU. Pushing to the back steps is that number 7. That's Silly that found an opening. His teammates funnel in through mid-map, but due to Silly dropping in the back line, you see all 3 players then pop for UYU. At the backside of blue, so I'll have a chance to take another crack at this, but the players inside for Envy seem to be up to the task so far. Stilly's still going to be up. Rotation in from that number 6, which is Aches, to get in position to help him set up and lock down more time. One-on-one for Aches. Shots through, gets a little bit of help, and they do clean up the kill. So they've kept them spawned in the back, and they've racked up a lot of time. Maybe not the easiest thing to do from this position, but Envy have made it look easy enough.
Yeah, 14 seconds left. We're going to start to rotate over towards Pipes. You saw that number 7. That was Silly taking the long route. Decimate able to find 3. You see that new Saw just shredding. As Assault, he's going to work top middle. Assault having a great start. Him and Decimate both with 14 kills. So Envy, a solid start, but not a crazy lead. Only 18 points.
And they're going to need to be slaying the way they are because you have Aches at 4 and 10, Gunless at 3 and 9. Like, not really a team effort right now in that department. Incredibly lopsided. Now what can UYU do with this first push? 2 are going to drop for Envy. The pressure will then fall to Assault. He's getting swarmed from the top mid and from the back elbow. Good enough for the first kill, but nothing else behind that. Silly, though, and Aches get involved in the action. They'll take 3 players with them before Decimate comes soaring in from mid. So Envy will hold on for now. UYU struggling to find an opening. Any kind of threshold through the pipes.
I mean, you got to feel good if you're Envy with Gunless 4 and 12 and still with a 40-point lead. Not the best first rotation for him, but we know at any point he can start to take it off. On the side of UYU, I mean, your slaying is there. You just haven't been able to get Envy out of the hill, but as we go back in the elevator, UYU with some early control.
They got an early TAC 5. I mean, way earlier, just due to Aches' struggles. What can they do with it?
Yeah, he was 3 and 13 at one point, and at least able to find 3 kills. But a very slow start for him, and now can Envy break on through?
We saw Slack doing this in our last matchup, just kind of laying prone at the edge, trying to catch him with a bit of an off angle, and he does just that. I thought he was about to get smoked, but he is able to shut down Decimate. 120 off streaks, 20 off streaks. Nice gunfight win there as UYU starting to make a surge. Lead change. It feels like you just called out a 40-point advantage for Envy, but that is a distant memory. Lightning in, Hellstorm close to being earned. Spawn side control for UYU and the second set of rotations for Orange. Solid stuff there. There's still 15 seconds remaining. Looks like Classic wants to go back, see if he can get some easy pickings, and it comes in the form of a grab slam, which earns him his streak before he drops. Yeah, that won't matter in the scheme of things for time. Do you like the use of it there just to get the streak?
I think you get the Hellstorm, but you also slow down the push, right? Maybe you can get a little bit set up. I mean, you get a couple of kills, but yeah, maybe you could save it for this push right here, but instead it's going to be the Purifier that's out. It just feels like they just have their specialists a little bit quicker because of the slaying. Decimate does have his Purifier, but he's not going to invest it just yet, but Methods, you can just see, just takes care of business near that jump up window, and UYU now with a solid lead, plus you have 4 streaks on your side. And we were on board with Classic for a while, and you like to see this from him, 17 and 14. You think if the SOG buff helps anyone, it's got to be Classic, because all year long, it just felt like he was the scapegoat for Luminosity.
Yeah, the thematics wouldn't work. SOG
the Rampart
worked. Rampart, that's about it.
That worked.
Maybe the new SOG, his cup of tea. But when we were watching Classic's tear, it was Phantoms doing the same thing from his position, as he's out to 23 and 9, 5 in a row for him. Envy just getting smoked right now is a nice lead opened by UYU. They're going to have the rotation to next as well. Plus, they have a 2-man presence towards elevator. So the first step for Envy going to be a difficult one. They've got to get through from that spot before they can really get anything done. A team kill comes in for UYU, and they clean up the next one. So step 1 done for Envy. That's cleared out. Now the push to balcony as the pressure is going to fall to the second line of this UYU roster. Classic up to the task. Nice movement there. Gets 2 before he drops, and his teammate gets some help over the top. There's still a presence here. They're still holding on.
Yeah, you can just see how aggressive Classic's playing, right? Not afraid to be that first guy sliding in. And I thought behind those couple of kills, they were going to be able to push on through, but Envy is right back in. Assault does have to use the Tempest. He's able to connect.
Well, likely streaks, let's say. He's got 6 in a row, so just needs to hit one more shot. Does just that. Gets both streaks. Fantastic job from him as Envy's trying to rally it back. He connects onto another and gives a free kill to Silly as he's just pushing out the back. I don't know how Silly is still up. He wins another one. There's still one more player there. Silly goes soaring at it. He gets that kill as well. Silly and Assault, a fantastic job there just shutting down the backside of this hard point.
Plus you had 2 streaks invested from the side of UYU. That turned into absolutely nothing now. Assault, he continues as he finds 2 more.
What streak is it, 9?
Yeah, ends at 9. He uses the Lightning to help them win the rotation. You still have 1 player, Classic, who's staying alive towards the pipes, and it looks like he's done enough. We just saw this situation with Luminosity and units, where if you just stay alive inside pipes, just wait for those reinforcements, you did your job.
UYU will get in. 20-point lead. Saints is POV. Nice strafe, nice shots there to take the gunfight versus Silly. Another falls for the Envy side. Classic just grappling back into the action, but he's got really nobody here in support except 1 member bottom middle. I believe that's Blast. The flank comes in, though, and Silly and Assault able to shut down both. Hellstorm used. That's 3 streaks from UYU, and look who's still standing in the hard point. It's going to be Envy. Granted, it's only the final 10 or so seconds, but they sure as hell need to win this setup here at Elevator.
I mean, if you just take a look at the top left, like slaying-wise, This is all UYU, but it's still a 15-point game. I don't know. Hopefully Gunless is okay, because he's 8-25 right now. Not having probably one of the worst performances we've seen from him.
It's probably the worst stat line I've ever seen for Gunless.
Yes.
That I can think of.
Envy only down 20, I think, is a miracle right now, but UYU inside an elevator.
And if he turns it around, though, is that the tipping point for Envy? Silly wants to set up the grapple. He'll be the bait end. There's nobody else there, though, so he's just going to drop, and really no presence for a trade whatsoever, so that's an easy hold. Well, I thought it was an easy hold for UYU, but so they're still able to get it done. I mean, they had the numbers in every situation there. I thought he was going to grapple in, and the push was going to come in for mid, but it felt like the grapple came in, he died, I could have counted to 3, and then the rest of the players came in. Like, isn't the point of the grapple to get in and be that bait?
What we
like,
talked about,
what
right?
were you baiting for?
With the pace, and Saints on a spree, 34-23 from Saints. Now a 60-point lead for UYU, focusing on that rotation. He's going to help his team out. Methods.
Hold that.
Oh, well, he catches that as well. Okay. Everything going great right now for UYU and Saints.
Well, and this is the one thing that we heard improve drastically because of the solid buff. Saints has been frying it. Saints, historically, when you just talk about stats, KD, what he's able to do on the map is one of the best slayers in the history of Call of Duty. I guess with a buff to his weapon of choice, not shocked to see him going off right now on map 1.
Yeah, it's going to be needed. If UYU wants to make a run this tournament, you're going to need Saints to step up. But really, everybody is slaying well on the side of UYU. There's not one weakness that we've seen.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like we're Envy, where we called out the good slaying early on. It was with 2 players going off, 2 getting smoked. What a balanced effort from UYU. This looks like the map 1 scoreline kind of for LG, like in our last series. And map 1, it's going to go to UYU. Gunless has one of his best maps, or worst maps that we've ever seen. Yeah, one of his worst maps that we've ever seen. And Envy end up getting smoked, especially in the final minute or 2.
Yeah, him and Aches. I think Aches was 16-32.
I think that right there highlighted everything we heard coming into this. UYU has improved, Envy is not. And now Envy immediately on the back foot. And it's wild. Like, yes, UYU, a lot